All right. Hi, everyone. John Marshall, the DrillMaster. This is the Sandra Day O'Connor High School in Texas. And I didn't catch the city where they're from, but that's okay. Not a problem. All right. So here we go. Colors. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so why did you, Commander, why did you give at close interval dress right dress? Is it part of the sequence? Probably not. When you fall in, when you tell your team to fall in, excuse me, then the team takes a position here, and then each of you then dresses at close interval to the right. The right rifle guard stands in place, and everybody else gets their positioning, and then that's it. You're finished. You don't call the team to attention. You don't call the team to dress right dress and ready front. Nothing. You say fall in, and then everything is taken care of. Now, you didn't call the team to attention. I'm just reminding others who are going to watch this. I appreciate the technique used here, except for looking down. So both of you are looking down, and you shouldn't be. Color bearers, you're at attention. And the reason why you're looking down is because both of you are holding on to the staff like this. So there's no way to find the socket, the harness socket. So put on my handy dandy harness socket here, but I'm going to put it on so that you can see. I know it looks a little goofy. So when you bring the staff up, now obviously my hands are going to be much different here because I'm not wearing the harness properly. When you bring the harness up, notice I have the same harness socket as you do, all right? So, and you see how it angles forward. You can definitely see on the video here, especially the organizational bearer, it curves forward, and it's almost impossible to get the harness or the ferrule there into the harness cup. So what you do is, on carry colors, you raise the staff to centered on your body with the ferrule hovering over the harness socket. At the same time, you take your left hand, place it on the harness socket. What I like to do is I take these two fingers and I put it just under the lip here. As you can see that, I put it under the lip, and then I tilt. Well, you can't really tell. Hold on, I'll do it this way. I tilt the socket so that this is now, the whole mouth is horizontal. So as I do that, I'm tilting it so that I'm able to put the ferrule into the socket. So carry colors. I come up, I tilt, I place the harness socket in, and then I push down like you're going to in just a second. So that's the technique you need to use. Left hand on the harness socket, right hand bringing the staff up. You've got a nice lift there that really works well. Don't angle the staff forward, though. See, organizational bearer, you're going to angle forward in just a sec. There. Well, of course, it's not going to stop where I want it to. So that angle forward, you're completely different from the U.S. bearer. So, and you can't be. JROTC competitions are all about the sequence and making sure that everybody looks exactly the same, or as close to exactly the same. Guards, that was fantastic. So you got a goose step there on that first step. Everybody heel strikes. Every service, it doesn't matter. We all heel strike for every step forward, except Marine Corps, Navy, and Coast Guard. They will half step with a toe strike. As soon as you give forward march, you can look at the feet here. So the timing here is great, but you can see that at least both of the bearer's feet, they come down with the whole foot striking. So you're have your legs doing this kind of thing, coming out in front of you, and that's not the technique that you need. The spacing here is not too well. I mean, the step size, the spacing between the feet, not too bad at all. You can't really rely on the toes. Everybody has their feet are different sizes, and so having the cone here is kind of a drag. Because I can't then see the left guard's where the left guard's heel is. But as long as the heels are striking all in line, then you're doing really, really well. So we'll go back just a bit. Slap, slap. And then it looks like you get into, and then you get into heel strikes, I think. Keeping that arm swing, guards, that's good. Although it's... So, Commander, Commander, you're not heel striking at all. So you have to heel strike. But look at this timing here. Look at that. That's just absolutely perfect. Those the right legs here bent at the knee. There's no phasing in there whatsoever. Really, really well done. That's an excellent job. Very impressive. So you're using Army technique, obviously here with the lefts on the staff at the socket. You've got so there's 2 points here that looks good. So what I mean by 2 points, you can say 2 points of black or whatever you'd like, but the first point is here. You've got the split. Every service takes their index finger, places it on top of the heel of the buttstock, and then wraps the rest of the fingers around. Every service has this technique. Air Force just closes. So Army, you're going to have this point, and then you're going to have that circle where the thumb and the index finger meet. So that's good. That's what it's going to look like there. That's good, and it looks the left guard has that donut or the circle there. Really well done. Not exactly sure, and that's not a big deal. I can't really see it. Might be able to see it later on in the video. But make sure. But right rifle guard, you have your fingers closed here, so it looks like all of your fingers are under the buttstock here. So it looks like you're doing this instead of this, which is what you need. You need those 2 points, that are open. On here, it would be 2 points of the brown stock. For your rifles, it'd be 2 points of black. Keeping the timing, that's good. So arm swing is not exactly synchronized. You could see right rifle will be slightly ahead one moment, left rifle will be slightly ahead the next moment. And like I was saying, the arm swing is quite large. Oh, and so right rifle does have 2 points. That's good. Got that nice donut there. Excellent end step. Holy cow. That was really good. Step, close. Now look at that. Right on line. If there's a slight variation in there, you can barely tell. Excellent job, team. Nicely done. And you face it in March. That's good. That arm swing, though, that's really bugging me. It's just way too big. Boy, Steven, I'm very impressed. Holy cow, team, you've done an excellent job. So, why the tap with the left? So, you're here. You're holding your staff with both hands. Army technique. You're using the Army technique. That's authorized. I don't like it, but that's the situation that headquarters has given. So you can do it. So uncase the colors is going to be doesn't require this left hand come out and tap. So you need to nix that right away. But as soon as you're going to come out and then bring the staff down, not come to almost order and then bring the staff down. It's out, actually. So Air Force technique, you're going to use the guide-on, the raised guide-on technique. So you're going to come, that's right, you're going to come, so raised guide-on technique for the Army is here, raised guide-on technique for the Air Force is here. So you're going to come out and down and then cut your left hand away. Now, when you cut your left hand away, I suggest that you don't drop the left. I suggest you pull the staff back and then hold it. Trying not to knock my equipment here. Hold the staff so that you can, with both hands, turn and keep that turn continuous. Whether you're unfurling or furling. Well done, guards. Oh, you brought the left. Okay, brought the left up. That's good. So it has to be continuous. All right, it's not twist, 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 up, twist, twist. I know you're trying to make this sharp. That's good. However, it should be twist, 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 a continuous motion. And as you've got wind, of course. Anywhere in California has wind, Texas even has wind. But you're raising the staffs a bit too soon. Now you're not going to wait until the material is just a couple inches off the marching surface. I'm not saying that, but as you twist, as you unfurl, you're going to bring the staff up, and they both need to match as you bring them up. But twist, 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 and then see you're unfurling much too low. With the staff much too high. So the reason I say this about the unfurling, and I understand why you're carrying the Texas flag, you really shouldn't be, but we'll deal with that in just a minute. So the reason why I say this is technically what's supposed to happen is you unfurl until the flag material hangs straight down and the spade is flat. Once you get that position, then you bring it up into the harness socket. So what you need to do is modify that position, that end position, slightly, so that since you have the larger flags, the staff needs to be as close to horizontal as possible, but the flag material should not touch anything beneath it. We understand that. So what you're going to do is unfurl and then just raise up slightly, as much as you need to. And you can have the guards at a practice see where that staff position is as you raise up, but it shouldn't be excessive. And here, this is my interpretation of it, but this is excessive, going up so far that you're not able to see where the spade is. So the whole sequence is supposed to be unfurl horizontally until the spade is flat, and you're not doing that. You're going well beyond that. And I get it, you're raising the flag so that it doesn't touch the surface there, but and then again looking down. Good carry technique. Yep, that's perfect. Good job for the colors cases there. Nice job. So I know what you're doing here. Guards, whether your rifle completely slides off your arm or not, you really just need to leave it. Don't push your rifle back. Just keep your hands there and work with the case. So what you're doing is you're pulling the case. You're pulling the case, you're tucking it in the bottom of the belt, pulling it, and then what you're going to have is it's going to drape over like this. If my hands were the uniform belt here. And by the way, you're wearing the belts perfectly. You're wearing them over the uniform belt, not above, but over the uniform belt, and that's exactly what you're supposed to do in this uniform combination. So what you have is the case draped over the belt, and it's supposed to be tucked into the belt, and it's supposed to look like this. So you want it squared off at the top and the bottom, as close to as perfect as possible. And you don't want the strings that you can see here, down here. You don't want those strings hanging down, definitely. But this is tucked into, is again, if my hands are the uniform web belt, then this is tucked in. This is draped over. Okay, there's a big difference. It's a subtle difference, but this is the difference. Tucked in is this position here. You have great technique there, though. Nice, guards. Really well done. Pull back, camera. There you go. No, pull back even more, please. So it looks like you have 3x5 flags on 9.5-foot staffs. And that's to keep the flags out of your face. And I get it. So I'll mention the hands here. As you go to present, what you're doing is this. So especially right rifle, what you're doing here is you're pulling your wrist back, you're creating an angle here. I call it a shelf, and you shouldn't be. Both of you should have your hand flared at the side of the rifle, just like this. So you have the thumb tucked behind, just like that, tucked behind the small of the stock, and you flare your hand, but you don't do that. You do this. So what you'll need to do is roll your wrist out and turn your arm a little bit, and then tuck that thumb into the palm. That's not colors reverse. The U.S. never steps backwards. The color guard never. Yeah, that's interesting. You're supposed to change places. So I'll put got a reminder here. I'll put a link to colors reverse down below so you can see what the technique is for the feet. And that's not it. So right rifle slightly dragging behind there for that wheel. Great timing. I really appreciate that very much. but I can see right rifle also executing that goose step. Camera, pull back, please. Please. So, right hands, color bearers need to be at the mouth. That's not Air Force Parade Rest. Air Force Parade Rest has the left hand at the butt. Now you're using the techniques for the Army, but that doesn't mean you use everything from the Army. You still have to use Army or Air Force techniques for your step size, for for parade rest. There's unique Air Force requirements, even though you have the left hand. The techniques for Army stop with the left hand on the staff at the harness socket, and then having the guards at right shoulder. Everything else is Air Force. That's why I said, the raised guidon for the Air Force. That's how you bring the staff out of the harness socket, bring it forward, and then pull it in. And Commander, you don't come to attention. At the very beginning of the Air Force pamphlet that I'm looking up right now, at the very beginning it says, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause this so you don't just watch me scrolling through the Air Force pamphlet. Alright, so I found it. Let's see, paragraph 2.2.2. And then part of the way down here it says, when the commander is a member of a staff or detail and is required to perform a movement at the same time as the formation, here, the commander will maintain the same position as the formation while giving commands and will respond to his or her command. So there's your Air Force pamphlet 34-1203. So that's the reasoning behind that. So gets a slight heel strike there going, and now that I can see a little more clearly here. So glad you're keeping the same tempo. Spacing looks to be really good on both types of or both versions of the wheel. That's very good. Very often there's a problem with one direction of the wheel. So let me this is go back here. So and I can only see Commander right here, so but right rifle guard. So this is just a personal thing for you, Commander. Notice how right rifle guard marks time as she lifts her knee and it goes straight forward. She still keeps her leg straight. It's straight when she's standing, and it's straight as she is. She's raising her thigh so that her knee is straight ahead. What you're doing, Commander, is this. You're marking time like this. And you need to, and this is just for personal health reasons, this is going to be much better, but you probably don't even realize this, that your knee comes out. You can see that? So last time I'll watch that. I just wanted to look at the others. It looks like the others might be organizational. So that was a little late on the eyes right there, Texas, which really should be organizational, and I'll start into that in just a second. Should be eyes right. come out like that. Eyes right. I'm sorry, yeah, you've as I'm thinking about it. Yeah, let's go back here. Bang. Excuse me. Boy, I'm sorry. Nice. That you're doing so well. Good. Good. The one left wheel early on just had a slight alignment issue, but really from then on. So right here, your harness sockets are fine. Really, Commander, you could come up to right under your belt here, and then organizational, you could come up as well. So the JROTC, I'll make another link down below as to why the your Air Force JROTC organizational needs to be carried. And the reasoning behind why many teams carry the state flag. You shouldn't get used to carrying the state flag for everything. I know that people like to see their state flag carried, and I get that. You can add the state flag for things other than a competition, but it really should be the organizational. The organizational is is a required flag. Boy, camera operator, I really wish you would have pulled back so I could see the and I understand what you're doing. You're recording the team and not the sequence. And technically that command should be, I know that it's written order arms, and then if you're going to go to actually order, then you give order arms again. That's ridiculous. The command really should be carry colors, because you're going back to carry. It's not your fault. It's the system's fault. So I'm really impressed. So the eyes right, you had correctly make sure that flag is popped out as your eyes right, bang, on that next left step. So slide that hand up and then bring the staff forward as that left foot hits the marching surface there. Sorry, I got a little backwards there in my thinking. So impressive. So impressive. I just think that's a fantastic job. Couple of things need some work, as I mentioned, but really, I think that was a fantastic execution of the sequence. You put in tons of work, and it shows. That's an excellent job. All right, so thanks for the request. If you have further requests, performances as you move on through the year, then definitely I'll take a look at them anytime. Thank you very much.